U.S. government must want this Dr. Pyotr Ivanovich pretty bad to send me here. They spent a fortune in bribes and false documents just to get me this far. I guess it makes more sense to send in a lone Irish businessman, a shoe salesman at that, than a SEAL team. No loose ends, and no chance of starting a war. The government's all about plausible deniability these days. Can't say that I blame them. Intelligence reports that Dr. Ivanovich is one of the Soviet Union's top biopreparate scientists. The FBI's been keeping tabs on him for years. Seems after all this time the good doctor wants out. My sources tell me he's in fear for his life and wants to defect. He's offering information about Soviet biopreparate activities in exchange for extraction, and ultimately his freedom. That's where I come in. I'm told that Dr. Ivanovich is being held in the Morovia Grand Hotel, a safe house for scientists, government officials, and other members of the intelligentsia. The place is heavily guarded. Hell, it's a fortress. This won't be easy, especially since I'm unarmed. I'll have to do this quietly, at least until I can meet my contact and secure a firearm.
Предъявите пропуск.
Ну вот я раз, я только вчера здесь был. Ну может пропустишь, а? Чего?
Ваш пропуск.
Ну не волнуйся, она, наверное, где-то здесь в машине. Но мне только разгрузить нужно в парке и все.
Ты знаешь правила. Без пропуска проезд воспрещен.
Уверен? А где это здесь? Ну минуточку.
Ладно. Проезжай.
Keep the change.
Пока.
Hey, mister. You dropped your briefcase.
How careless of me. Thank you.
Don't mention it. No, I think you should visit a cafe across the street. I hear the Polevka is quite good.
Good evening, sir. Would you care for something to eat?
I'd like to try the Polevka.
Perhaps you would prefer Svikova instead?
No, thank you. The Polevka was highly recommended.
Excellent. Polevka it is. Follow me. Sorry we couldn't get you more firepower, Mr. Mullins. It's the best we could do. This is okay, yes?
This'll be fine.
I need to be getting back to work. You can let yourself out the back, The Hotel Prague is just down the street. I wouldn't recommend going in the front door, though. I'd look for a different way in.
Thank you for your help.
I'll be seeing you soon. Godspeed to you, Mr. Mullins. Goodbye. And good luck.
Dr. Ivanovich, my name is...
I know. Thank heavens you're here. Quickly, we must escape out the back. Follow me.
Сюда!
to get this beast started. Grab that machine gun on the back and cover me. Aha! The keys are still in the ignition. We made it.
Мы искали вас, доктор. Теперь вы пойдете со мной. А где ваш надоедливый маленький друг, а?
Right here, pal.
We meet again.
Good to see you, my friend.
Likewise. Listen, we don't have much time. I have passports for you and the doctor. Take them and get on the train.
Thank you again for your help.
Always glad to be of service. Now, you'll excuse me, I must be going.
Good luck. Until we meet again.
Пожалуйста, документы.
Here you go. Everything should be in order.
Спасибо. Проходите.
Пожалуйста, ваши билеты.
Of course. I have them right here.
Доброго пути.
You can relax, Doctor. We're safe now. Just sit back and enjoy the ride.
John, I can't thank you enough for getting me out of there. I used to think I was serving my country by helping the biopreparat, but I realize now that nothing good can come of their experiments. The best way for me to help my people is to make sure the world knows what's happening there. We need to put a stop to this.
I'm sure it was a difficult decision to make, but you're doing the right thing.
The right thing, if only it were that simple. To my country I am a traitor. I'll never be able to set foot on my home soil again. My home, my friends, gone. But I'm not a traitor, right?
Doctor, you really shouldn't.
Oh, don't mind my ramblings, John. I'll be fine. I only wish my former comrades would realize the consequences of what they're doing. Most of them don't even understand the destructive potential of the weapons they're creating. Millions of men, women, children could die at the press of a button. How can you win a war that no one survives? How can you win a war at all, for that matter? Those men are greedy and selfish, willing to sell their knowledge and experience to the highest bidder. Don't they realize? No, I don't suppose they do. Which is why I had to escape.
With your help, Doctor, a lot of lives can be saved.
Exactly. Many lives. There are terrorist groups all over the world that would kill for the information in my head. What if these bioweapons fall into the wrong hands? No one would be safe. I couldn't live with myself if I allowed that to happen. I'm going to tell your people everything I know. Names, dates, places, everything. I can only hope they can come up with a way to stop these experiments or develop countermeasures against them.
We can, and we will.
Do you remember the outbreak in Sverdlovsk in 1979?
Vaguely. I seem to recall.
68 people died along with hundreds of animals. Their blood is on my hands. We were developing an extremely deadly combination of 4 strains of anthrax in a nearby weapons lab in the Urals. Our safety protocols were compromised, and there was nothing we could do to stop it. I was lucky to escape with my life. The government called it a natural infection carried by the animals. I can assure you there was nothing natural about it. We were fortunate to contain it before it spread any further. I should have realized then the horror I was unleashing. You know, I can still hear the screams. I still hear the screams. God help me, John. What have I done?
I just got a call from the shop. It seems they have an assignment that's suited to my talents. Whatever it is, it must be pretty important. I have an appointment to meet the shop's director and the assistant director this afternoon at their main office in Texas. They have armories and operations all over the world, disguised as legitimate businesses, like Goldberg's used books. The shop is dedicated to the preservation of peaceful society and a staunch enemy of terrorism. While they know no allegiance to any government, they hire themselves out to countries that have need of their unique services. Some would say they're in the business of solving problems, the kind of problems that just don't seem to go away. I'll be interested to see what they have for me this time.
The director is expecting you, Mr. Mullins. Check in with security at the front desk. They'll issue your security pass.
Gentlemen.
All right. 1, 2, 3, go. They're expecting you inside.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. I'm John Mullins.
Good to meet you, John. We've heard a lot about you. I'm Assistant Director Aaron Wilson, and this is the shop's director, Anthony Michaels.
Mr. Wilson? Mr. Michaels?
You can call me Tony.
I believe you've already met Dr. Piotr Ivanovich.
Doctor, it's been a long time.
Indeed it has. 10 years, I believe. I've been working with the shop for some time. Surprising our paths haven't crossed before now.
Now that we're all acquainted. Are you aware of the upcoming World Trade meeting in Switzerland, John?
Yes, of course. Diplomats are flying in from all over the world.
Exactly. And the perfect target for a terrorist attack. The shop is on high alert. We want to be ready for anything.
Where do I fit in?
We have reason to believe my old protege, Dmitry Sestrogor, is developing a new wave of biochemical weapons. Your experience and success in these matters makes you the perfect man for the job.
There was an incident in northern Colombia recently.
An incident?
Doctor, please explain.
Apparently, a rebel faction is using viral weapons on civilians to coerce the Colombian government into making concessions to their cause. We want you to go down there and investigate. You need to find out who's behind these attacks, and more importantly, where they're getting these bioweapons. All signs point to Sestrogor, though we can't prove it yet. The Biopreparat as an organization has been dormant for the most part over the past 10 years, but weapons developed by Dr. Sestrogor have been linked to terrorist activities around the world. This man is extremely dangerous. and we need to know if he's involved.
What are the specifics of the operation? Do you have reason to believe these Colombian rebels have interest in the World Trade Meeting?
Sorry, John. You're on a need-to-know basis. We want you to fly down there and check it out. Upon successful insertion, our agents will brief you in the field.
I'm getting tired of all this secrecy. Either you people trust me or you don't. If you don't trust me, pay me my kill fee and I'm out of here.
Easy, John. If our security protocols are violated, your mission could be jeopardized. You don't want to risk that, do you? The shop is in the business of secrecy. It's what's kept us going all these years, and it's helped keep you alive.
If you're not interested, we can always find someone else.
That won't be necessary. When do I leave?
Immediately. There's a chopper outside waiting to take you to the Nimitz.
Taylor, it's good to see you again. What are you doing here?
It's good to see you too, John. I was about to ask you the same question.
I'm sure you two can get reacquainted when you meet up in Colombia. Security, Mr. Mullins is on his way. See that he gets where he needs to go.
Yes, sir.
I'll meet you in Colombia, John.
Good luck, John.
Thank you, Doctor. We'll be in touch. Taylor, I'll see you soon.
Be careful, John.
You must be John Mullins.
Yes, I am. Lieutenant...
Alex Larson, sir. You can call me Skip. Hawk and I fought together in the Gulf War. I was sad to hear the news.
He was a good man. Any friend of Hawk's is a friend of mine. It's good to meet you, Lieutenant.
Likewise, sir.
Have you been briefed, sir?
Not fully. What do you have for me, Corporal?
As you know, the Colombian government has been plagued for years by militant insurgents. 48 hours ago, one of these groups attacked the village of Fuerza with a deadly bioagent. They call themselves La Fuerza del Dios.
The Force of God?
Correct. From what we've seen so far, I don't expect there to be any survivors. La Fuerza del Dios took credit for the attack just hours after the bioagent was released into the village's water supply. Now they're threatening to attack more civilian targets if the Colombian government doesn't meet their demands.
What's our mission?
American intelligence has pinpointed La Fuerza del Dios, and our operatives set up a base camp in their vicinity. Alpha Team was dispatched to take them out, but we lost contact with them shortly after they landed. We can't seem to locate them anywhere. We're set to send in the Bravo Team, and we want you to go along as an advisor.
Search and destroy?
Negative. We want you to go in, find Alpha Team, and extract them. While you're there, investigate Fuerza. Look for survivors and find out everything you can about the bioagent they used to wipe out the village.
Understood, Corporal. Anything else?
Our strike team on the ground is being briefed as we speak.
Who's in charge?
Sergeant Jack Anderson is leading the Bravo team. He'll get you where you need to go. You'll hook up with him as soon as we land.
Major Mullins, I'm Sergeant Jack Anderson. Pleasure to meet you. Here's the situation. The Bravo team has already been dispatched and is working their way toward the enemy encampment. You ought to meet up with them about 7 clicks from here. We've reconned the area, and it should be safe travel until you meet up with them. But the jungle is dense and the terrain is rough, so don't get lost out there.
No, Major. You are only an observer.
That's right. Once you meet up with Bravo team, I want you to follow Sergeant Peterson's command. You have your orders, but we've got ours as well. You wander off, start playing cowboy, or put my men in danger, and they'll take you down. We can't have any loose cannons on this deck. Understood?
Understood.
Good. Now that's settled.
Sniper! Take cover! Get going! Into the jungle! We'll hold these guys!
assist. You must be John Mullins. I'm Sergeant Peterson, and this is Blakely in Washington. And those two were damn fine soldiers. Poor bastards. Okay, listen. Word is there's a rebel camp up ahead. Our orders are to take out this bridge, rescue what's left of Alpha Team, and get the hell out of here. You find whatever it is you're looking for, but we're not waiting around long.
Understood.
All right? Blakely.
Yes, sir. Falcon's Nest, come in. Bravo team requesting airstrike. Over.
Falcon's Nest, we read you. Over.
The target is painted. Repeat, the target is painted. Over.
Roger that, Bravo leader. The bird is on her way. Over.
I can't wait to get home.
Yep. Man, when I get back, my girl and I
thought Blakely was your girlfriend, Washington.
Shut up, man.
Blow the gate so we can get the hell out of here.
Recon reports enemy positions a few clicks from here, John. We're going in low, so expect enemy fire. We're not trying to be heroes here, okay? We just want to get back home safely. Now keep your eyes open for enemy soldiers and equipment on the ground. If you got a shot, take it. We'll do our best to avoid their fire.
Understood.
All systems go, sir. Everything checks out here. We've got some pretty strong winds from the east, but it shouldn't be any trouble to compensate.
Roger that. You set, John?
Check.
Okay, let's do it.
How about a little mood music, boys?
Rebel encampment dead ahead! Open fire!
Hey, my truck! What the hell?
Apparently these guys aren't music lovers. Taylor, come in, over.
I'll read you, John. Go ahead.
Call Sam and have him check out Manuel Vergara. He's an arms dealer who operates in this area. I think he supplied the weapons for the attack on Pereza. Over.
We're on it, John. I'm headed to Pereza now with a full survey team. Over.
I'll meet you there. ETA 1 hour.
Good to see you, sir. Taylor is waiting for you in the clean tent. We need to get you suited up.
Thank you, soldier. Carry on.
Yes, sir.
Ah, John. I'm glad you're here. Suit up. We need to collect some samples for the lab.
What's the latest word from the field?
It's worse than we feared. This village has been completely wiped out. The shop wants to know exactly what happened here, and it's up to us to find out. Watch yourself here, John. The virus will kill you instantly if your suit integrity is compromised. We need to be extremely careful.
Sound advice. Let's see what's going on out there.
According to the team, animals and plant life don't seem to be affected by this virus.
A virus that kills humans, but not plants or animals? That's strange. Can they explain that?
Not yet. They're still examining all the data.
I don't like the sound of this at all.
We've tracked the source to this location, the village water supply. Our guys think this virus is a mutagen battle strain.
A genetically engineered, mutating virus with a limited duration that's only contagious for a short time.
Very good, John. You've done your homework. Viruses of this kind can be used to clear out an area for a quick occupation by an enemy force.
Convenient.
And very dangerous in the wrong hands.
I don't think there are any right hands with this sort of thing.
Something puzzles me, though.
What's that?
This whole operation seems a little high-tech for a local arms dealer and a bunch of thugs.
That crossed my mind as well. Looks like we're going to have to dig a lot deeper to figure out who's behind this. I think we should start with Manuel Vergara.
Agreed. I asked the shop to pull his file. They should have the info by now. Let's go check it out. We've got an incoming transmission from Sam. According to this, Manuel Vergara has ties to former members of the KGB. Sam seems to think that Vergara isn't the source of the mutagen. He may have been supplied by someone else.
That makes sense. Someone gave Vergara the virus, and he used this village as a testing ground.
Sam agrees that Vergara needs to be checked out. He recommends we move immediately. He's sending all of the information we have on him. Let's get our gear and get to work.
Let's do it.
John, you read? Over.
Go ahead.
The mansion looks to be heavily guarded. I see several men patrolling the area. The windows appear to be covered. I see searchlights in the front. Stay alert.
Will do.
John, a limo just pulled up and someone's coming out the front. See if you can check it out.
Roger that. Who's this guy? Looks a little out of place. I don't know who that is, Taylor.
I'll see if Sam can check it out. Let's get back to the mission. I don't see any way in through the front. There are too many guards around. You're going to have to find another way in. Maybe through the garage or the roof.
Affirmative.
Keep your eyes open for security cameras, John. This place is like Fort Knox.
Check. You're my eyes out there. Keep me informed, over. Come in.
Go ahead.
Jackpot. Vergara's involved with a terrorist group calling themselves Prometheus. They supplied him with the bioweapon he used on that village in exchange for arms and drugs. Apparently they're calling the bioweapon Romulus. It appears Prometheus has another shipment on its way to America. I've got the manifest right here. It says something about a ship called the Seaward Star. There's also a date and an address here.
Nice work, John. I'll report to Sam and see if he can track down the Seaward Star. Find Vergara and see what you can get out of him. We need to find out more about his dealings with Prometheus.
Understood. Over.
vuelto ya el jefe del viaje?
Sí, ya está aquí.
¡Mátenlo!
Creo que hoy tiene alguna reunión.
Ah, por eso hay tanta seguridad. ¿Qué te...?
No sé, y prefiero no saberlo.
Ya, supongo que yo tampoco. ¡Cúbrame! Oye. Comprueben el perímetro. Objetivo perdido.
Take this joker out. Playtime's over. What's your connection with Prometheus? And what about the Seaward Star? Talk!
You're too late. Romulus is already on its way to Tampa Bay aboard the Seaward Star. You'll never make it in time. And besides, it's too heavily guarded. You won't even get close. Don't you see? They've won.
Where are they planning to strike? New York? Los Angeles? What about Prometheus? Who are they? Where are they?
I tell you nothing. They will kill me. You don't know what kind of people you're dealing with.
I have people who can protect you. Tell me what you know and I can help you.
You must be joking. No one can protect me from them. Not you, not the shop, not anyone.
What? How do you know about the shop?
I know many things about the shop. Maybe even more than you know. That's right, Major John F. Mullins of Oklahoma, former member of the Phoenix Group in Vietnam, crusaded against terrorism the world over. Convinced? Or shall I continue?
Listen to me, you
No! You listen to me! I have family. They will be killed. I can't let that happen. I won't let that happen.
What are you doing?
It's the only way. Forgive me, Lord.
Damn it! Good thing the Coast Guard was able to track the Seaward Star. We're really cutting this close. There's no way we can let this ship reach Tampa Bay.
Once you're aboard, you've got to find that mutagen and destroy it at all costs. We've got zero margin of error on this one, John.
I know. Are you ready?
Yes. You?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Why is the bridge sealed off?
The captain doesn't want anyone going in there while the bridge crew is on break.
So what if I need to get in there for something?
The chief of the watch has a key too. He's in his cabin.
Thanks.
I read you, John. What's your status?
There's been a change in plans. There's enough mutagen on this ship to wipe out the eastern seaboard. There's no way I can destroy it all from the inside. I'm going to have to scuttle the ship. Diluting it with seawater is the only way to be sure.
Understood. Set the explosive charges and get out as quickly as you can. We're running out of time.
Roger that.
Be careful, John.
That does it. Too close.
Nice work, though. It looks like we don't have to worry about that virus reaching the States.
Now we've got to find out if there are any more shipments like this one out there.
We should pay Sam a visit at the bookstore. Maybe our agents have had some luck researching the virus and the Prometheus group.
Agreed.
I have a few things to take care of when we get ashore, so I'll meet you there. I'll call ahead and let Sam know he should expect us.
Sounds good to me. I'm just looking for a copy of Days of Fire.
Sorry, it's out of print.
I was told I could special order it.
I think I can help you.
Sam, it's good to see you. Taylor.
It's good to see you too, John.
Hello, John. Follow me. We've got work to do. Taylor tells me your mission was a success. The two of you managed to take out the virus on the Seaward Star. Well done.
Thanks. It was touch and go for a while, but we got the job done.
I would expect nothing less from you, old friend.
What's with all the extra security around here?
The shop's armory in Santa Monica was taken out recently. I thought you'd heard about it.
Well, in my defense, I've been kind of busy.
So you have.
Full investigation is still pending. Our agents still aren't sure what happened. In the meantime, we can't be too careful.
Vergara seemed to know a great deal about the shop. And about me. I don't really see how he got so much information. Could the two incidents be connected?
You suspect an inside job, John? A mole?
It's just a hunch I have. But it could be.
Sounds like something for internal affairs. I'll get them to look into it right away.
Good idea. As you said, we can't be too careful. Our research department is trying to make sense of this whole mess with Prometheus, Vergara, and the Seaward Star. The top brass really wants to take out this Prometheus group immediately. Based on what we've seen so far, they're extremely dangerous.
Sam and I have been coordinating with research and our field agents on this one, John. I think we may have something.
We discovered that Manuel Vergara has ties to this man, Alexei Nashrad.
Nashrad is ex-KGB, John. Extremely dangerous. This is the only photo we have of him on file.
I've seen him before. He was at Vergara's mansion in Colombia. He got into a limo and left the compound just as we arrived.
We also have the lab report from Pureza. We've entered the lab's finding with the keyword Romulus in the FBI's carnivore database. Intensive research brought back mostly Roman mythological references, most notably Prometheus. But something in the search didn't fit.
We've determined that Romulus is indeed the code name for the mutagen used on Pureza. When we cross-referenced Romulus and Prometheus, we started getting references to something called the Gemini virus. Our agents ran a trace and discovered that this so-called Gemini virus is actually a two-part strain, composed of Romulus and another unknown element, Remus.
Yeah, we're speculating that Remus is a sister virus, but we have no idea what it does.
I don't like the sound of that.
Our research hit was at a dead end when the carnivore taps turned up an email that mentioned Prometheus and, more importantly, Remus. According to the email, Remus is currently in development in Hong Kong. We've even got an address.
Who sent the email?
Someone with the net name Deviant1. That's all we know.
Whoever Deviant One is, they've successfully masked their identity from the carnivore program and the FBI. The identity trace failed.
So how do we know this Deviant1 guy is legit?
We don't. Unfortunately, it's the only lead we have.
Good point. When do we leave?
You're on your own on this one, John. I'm going to stay here and help Sam find out more about Romulus and Deviant1. I'm also going to see if we can find out how Alexei and Ashrad fits into the picture.
We've arranged transportation for you to Hong Kong. Everything's set to go.
I'll let you know if we find anything.
I'll do the same.
Be careful, John.
You too. Some transportation. I think I need to have a word with my travel agent.
我睇到佢。
喂，咁呢個 Remus 毒病毒係做啲乜嘢嘅？我真係唔明白噶噃。基本上只要將呢個 Remus 送到你個衛星網絡，散佈到全世界每部電腦，佢會自我維持。搜尋並進入到每台呢個細電腦，咁呢個 Romulus、Prometheus 同埋 Gemini 呢個病毒呢，會將所有嗰啲小電腦嗰啲資料都刪除到。
So that's it. Remus isn't an organism. It's a computer virus.
咁點解要刪除嗰啲文件啫？哈哈！一旦呢個 Remus 侵入全世界每個民用、軍用同埋政府資料庫，所引起嘅混亂可以阻止任何人發展呢個消滅 Romulus 嘅軟體啦。我哋可以利用佢榨取全球數十億。Remus 呢個病毒塑造性強，我哋可以利用佢搜尋任何資料隨意刪除。到嗰陣時候啊，乜嘢都係可以噶啦。
Not if I have anything to say about it. I've got to get this terminal working.
Welcome back to the land of the living, Mr. Mullins.
Where am I? Who are you?
My name is Ran Ningong, but you may call me Deviant1.
Deviant1? But you're the one who...
Sent you on this wild goose chase? Yes. Brilliant, don't you think?
Yeah, ingenious. So why bring me here? Why not simply leave us in the dark?
Oh, you're far too resourceful to run around unchecked, Mr. Mullins. I admire your handiwork in Colombia, and sinking that liner with our lovely little virus on it. That wasn't very nice now, was it?
So what are you planning to do with me?
I say we kill him right now. Not yet, fool. We have to find out what he knows first.
You're so right, my dear. John Mullins lives. For now. We don't dare compromise our operative on the inside until we find out what he knows.
Operative on the inside? Do you honestly think I'm going to tell you people anything?
No, I don't expect you will. Not at first, anyway. But our people can be extremely persuasive, if you know what I mean. You'll talk. You'll tell us whatever we want to know. And then, John Mullins, you will die.
Mr. Nashrad, what a pleasant surprise.
You are sure you can get Mullins to talk?
If he knows anything, he'll talk.
See that he does. This is a critical phase of our operation. We have to protect the insider at all costs. I expect a full report when you're finished.
Of course.
When you're finished, kill him.
With pleasure.
Let's go. We've got unfinished business to attend to.
I don't know who you are, friend, but I owe you one.
The name is Wang Xiangming.
John Mullins.
All right, enough with the introductions. Let's get the hell out of this hole. Grab that weapon. Move.
At least my equipment is still intact.
We're gonna need more firepower to get out of here in one piece.
Yeah? I'm open to suggestions.
Now, I'm pretty sure they keep their weapons in a closet in the side office. I heard one of the guards talking about it.
Let's go then. The mission in Hong Kong was a success. Luckily, I managed to obtain a copy of Remus for the shop to analyze. I'm returning to Goldberg's used books to meet up with Sam and Taylor to see what they found out about Romulus and Prometheus. Hopefully, they've been as successful as I have.
Sam! Sam!
That was close. Sam, talk to me. Are you okay?
You were right, John. It was an inside job. It was...
Who, Sam? Who was it? Damn it. Hang on, Sam. I'm gonna get you out of here.
All right,
Nothing to see here. Everything's under control. We'll take it from here.
Are you crazy? We've got to put this fire out.
Protect the surrounding buildings. Let this one burn.
But you can't just...
We can and we will. This is a government operation now. We're in charge. Let it burn.
All right. Whatever you say.
The paramedics took Sam to the hospital, and the fire's now under control. If my hunch is correct, Sam's in a great deal of danger. He's the only one who knows who the mole is.
With the director?
Until I can figure out what he knows. I can't trust anyone.
May I help you?
I'm here to see Sam Gladstone.
Name, please?
John Mullins.
Yes. John Mullins.
How's Sam doing?
I'm sorry to say he's in critical condition. There's no way of telling if he'll make it through the night.
Has anyone else come here looking for him?
There was a... Madeline Taylor, who came through here about 20 minutes ago. She had some government papers with her. Apparently she's been assigned to the room as protection. Let me buzz you in.
Where's his room?
Up on the second floor. You'll see it. There's a security guard posted outside the room.
Thank you.
Hello.
Sam, Taylor, someone's going to pay.
Watch out!
Target has been eliminated.
Find him.
Thank God you're here. I've seen at least a dozen, maybe more. I can help you. Let me open those doors for you.
Target has been eliminated.
Take him out!
Over there!
I was told you have something for me.
Oh yes, come in. The Army has asked us to test out a new weapon for them. The Objective Individual Combat Weapon, or OICW for short. Are you familiar with it?
Yes, I've heard of it. But everything I've read suggests it won't be available for several years.
Yes, that's the Pentagon's official stance. In reality, though, the Army is much further along in its development than the general public is aware of.
I see.
Let's try it out, shall we?
Of course.
The weapon's primary firing apparatus is based on standard 5.56 ammunition. As with your M4, the OICW has single-shot, burst fire, and full auto firing modes. Try them out on the target in stall number 4. The OICW also has a sniper rifle with 20 times magnification capabilities. Look through the scope if you would, and hit target number 3 on the head. Nice shot. Notice the tactical readout available in the scope view. In the upper right corner is your rangefinder. In the lower right corner is your ammo count for both 5.56 ammo and grenades. In the lower left corner is a menu, which allows you to choose between weapon, laze, range plus, range minus, and night vision. You can cycle through and select options in the menu using the weapon special 3 and 4 keys respectively. Night vision is just what it sounds like. Selecting it turns your scope into a pair of night vision goggles. The weapon entry allows you to choose between 5.56 ammo and grenades. Select laze when aimed at the target in stall number 2. When you select laze, a red dot will appear in your view. Line up the crosshair with the red dot to calculate the correct arc for your grenade launcher. Now, destroy the target with a grenade. Excellent. Remember that the grenades are used for the range you selected when you last used laze. If the rangefinder decides that the distance is too close, or if you haven't selected laze, the grenade launcher will not fire. Also note that you don't need to laze targets to hit them with 5.56 rounds. Use range plus and range minus to target your grenade in front of or behind your desired target for radius damage. This is especially useful for targeting a window and arcing your shot to go through and beyond it. Try out the range features by destroying the target behind the large wall in stall number 1. You can accomplish this by selecting laze on the brick barrier and then using range plus to get the grenade well behind the wall. Good work. The OICW is also equipped with a threat bracket. When you sight in a target, the weapon assesses the threat and highlights enemies in red brackets to identify them as a danger to you. Civilians and innocents are unmarked by the bracket. Our good friends Randy and Richard here will help demonstrate this feature. Look down to the end of the firing range. Notice how Randy is marked as a threat, since he is carrying a weapon, while Richard is not.
This thing has everything but the kitchen sink.
Indeed it does. Feel free to practice on the firing range until you get the hang of it. It's a lot to take in all at once.
Will do.
And be careful with that thing. It's a multi-million-dollar prototype, and the Army wouldn't take too kindly to it falling into the wrong hands.
Understood. I'll take good care of her.
I'm sure you will. Whenever you're finished here, the director will see you in the secure conference room.
Thanks again. Gentlemen.
All right. 1, 2, 3, go. They're expecting you inside.
Ah, John, come in. Mr. Wilson and I were just discussing the unfortunate incident at the armory.
Incident? Is that what you call it? An incident? Taylor's dead and Sam is barely hanging on.
I wouldn't worry too much about Miss Taylor, John. Our sources are convinced that Taylor was involved in the armory's destruction.
I don't see how that's possible. If she was in on it, why did Prometheus kill her?
Who knows? Maybe she had second thoughts about killing Mr. Gladstone.
Look, I know Taylor. There's no way she could be responsible. Someone on the inside has been feeding these guys information. Everywhere I've gone, they've been expecting me.
We've had our eye on her for some time now, John. We have surveillance photographs of Ms. Taylor making contact with enemy agents. She had a lot of connections to the underworld, which is a big part of the reason we brought her in. It makes perfect sense.
Not to me, it doesn't.
Watch your mouth, Mullins, or you're gonna find yourself off this assignment.
Calm down, both of you. Let's stick to the business at hand. The night the armory was destroyed, Sam Gladstone uploaded all of his research regarding Prometheus and Romulus.
He did? Well, I was unaware of that.
He did. But the file transfer was interrupted by the explosion. Fortunately, our techs managed to get most of it.
And?
It seems that Mr. Gladstone uncovered Promethean operations in Kamchatka. He traced Dr. Dmitry Sestrigor, an old protege of Dr. Ivanovich, to a weapons plant hidden in the mountains there. We believe he's the man responsible for Romulus.
What are the mission details?
You leave for Kamchatka immediately, capture Dr. Sestrigor, and destroy the weapons plant.
One question. If this Dr. Sestrigor used to work for Dr. Ivanovich, how do we know the good doctor isn't our mole?
Well, Dr. Ivanovich was naturally under our umbrella of suspicion, but his whereabouts have been accounted for at all times.
I want you to check out Dr. Ivanovich again. I still think Taylor's innocent in all this.
We'll take it under advisement.
Yeah, you do that.
Good luck, John. We're all counting on you.
Showtime, Mullins. I hope you're as good as they say you are.
You just make sure you're at the rendezvous point. Don't worry about me. I'll be there.
If you don't freeze to death first.
Everyone's a comedian.
Good luck, John. See you at the rendezvous.
Цель обнаружена! Цель потеряна!
I've got to find the main road. Good thing they're pumping fresh air in here. I've got to shut down the security grid.
Что?
I've got to reset the security grid. Maybe I can overload this
Внимание! Отключение энергосистемы через 5 секунд. 4, 3, 2, 1. Отключено.
Что это было?
You must be Dr. Sestrigor.
I am he.
I need you to tell me everything you know about Prometheus. Who's behind all this?
Alexei Nashrad is in charge. He forced me to develop the Romulus virus for him. He's a madman. He's planning to unleash the virus at the World Trade Summit in Switzerland.
He wants to kill world leaders. To what end?
It's all about money. He plans to infect all of the world leaders, then blackmail the world governments to pay him for the antidote.
Of course. The gestation period for the virus is so short, there wouldn't be enough time to develop an antidote from scratch. That would also explain the importance of the Remus virus. It all makes sense.
Nashrad is on his way to the summit now.
I've got to warn them. Do you know anything about an insider? A mole they have inside the shop?
I'm afraid I can't help you with that, but I can help you get out of here. I have all the access codes to the labs.
Let's go then. We've got to destroy this place and stop Nashrad before he can unleash that virus. Lead the way, Doctor.
Since the base is on full alert, all the exits are sealed. I don't know the access codes to the main tunnel, but that door connects to the main tunnel, which leads directly to the front of the base.
Somebody doesn't want either of us getting out alive. Dr. Sestragor is safe, and I reported my findings to the shop. Unfortunately, some idiot notified the Swiss police of the situation, and they tried to apprehend Alexei Nashrad at the airport. Apparently, he disguised himself as a delegate and blasted his way through security. Now he's taken hostages and is threatening to unleash the virus. At last report, Nashrad and his men have completely taken over the airport. I've been assigned to take out Nashrad and rescue all the hostages. This won't be easy.
Welcome, Mr. Mullins. We are glad you are here. I'm Sebastian Yenser, Chief of Police.
I got here as soon as I could. What's the situation?
Alexei Nashrad and his men are holding several hostages. They caught airport security completely off guard. The local police forces were able to evacuate a good number of civilians, but there are more being held inside. It's getting ugly in there.
What is your tactical assessment?
Lieutenant Frisch can fill you in. Lieutenant, this is John Mullins.
Good to know you, John.
Likewise.
We've got a layout of the airport on this infrared imager. The equipment is so sophisticated we can pinpoint the location of every terrorist and civilian on the grounds. Take this headset, and I'll be your eyes from here.
Excellent. We should get a move on before Nashrad's men start getting suspicious.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Check, check. Can you hear me, John?
Loud and clear, Lieutenant.
All right then, let's move out.
Right there. You're a dead man, Nashrad.
You're too late, Mullins. It doesn't matter what happens to me. Our mole has crippled the shop's defenses. My men are preparing to move in as we speak. We'll have the doctor back soon enough. With your people out of the way, there will be no one to stop us. It's over.
You're right. It is over. The shop. Wolf's Den. This is Lone Wolf. Authorization Alpha Niner 807. Come in. Over.
Lieutenant Hansen here. We read you, John. What's your status? Over.
I'm headed due west. Currently at 47 degrees, 23 minutes north latitude. 83 degrees, 33 minutes east longitude. Nashrad is dead. Prometheus threat neutralized. Romulus aboard plane. Please advise. Over.
Nice work, John. Locate the auto-navigation equipment and rewire it. We can take over the controls from here and land it safely. Over.
What about the mutagen? Over.
Don't worry, we'll deal with it. I'm programming the nav beacon to land the plane in the Jura Mountains away from any cities. Okay, it's all set. We just need you to rewire the equipment. I recommend you getting off that plane before it lands. We wouldn't want to lose one of our best ops if anything were to go wrong with a remote landing. Over.
Understood. Hansen, listen to me very carefully. I need you to run a full security system sweep immediately. Over.
What? Please explain. Over.
Nishrad claims Prometheus is set to overrun the shop and take back Dr. Sestragor. They've got a man on the inside. Repeat, there's someone on the inside.
They're going to sabotage the shop's defenses. Check the security systems. Over. All right, John. I'll run a full check. Huh? You're not supposed to be...
Hanson! Come in, Hanson! Damn it! I gotta get off this plane.
Target lost!
Wilson, so it was you all along. I should have known.
Not one step closer. I drop this vial, and we all die together. Listen to him, John. It's Romulus. He'll do it.
Why did you do it, Wilson?
For the money, of course. Hey, what can I say? Peace is bad for business. The Cold War ended. I can no longer play both sides of the political arena. Put a serious damper on my operations, and I couldn't allow that to happen. Now could I?
So you called up your old buddies in the KGB and decided to stir up some trouble of your own?
Precisely. My comrades and I founded Prometheus to rekindle the old fires of war and hatred. If it weren't for your damned interference, I'd be sitting on a beach with a drink, a nice tan, and more money than God.
You're crazy.
Am I? I think not. Without the Cold War, both sides have grown old and fat. I was simply putting things back the way they were. For that, some might even call me a patriot.
Or a complete psycho. Give it up, Wilson. There's nowhere left to run.
Die!
Get back, John! Run!
Go in peace, Madeline Taylor, from this world to the next, in sure and certain hope of the resurrection to eternal life through our Lord. We commend you to our sister, Madeline Taylor, and we commit her body to the ground, earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. The Lord bless her and keep her. The Lord make his face to shine upon her, and be gracious unto her, and give her peace. Amen.
Attention! Present arm! Fire! Fire! Fire!
I'll miss her, Sam.
Me too, John. She died trying to save my life. I'll never forget her.
Just so you know, Agent Taylor has been cleared of all charges. Our investigation showed she had no ties to Prometheus whatsoever.
Wilson worked alone. He and Nashrad fronted Prometheus in a crazy bid for money and power. With Dr. Sestragor and the biopreparate research behind them, they would have succeeded if it weren't for you, old friend. Nicely done.
With any luck, we won't have to worry about Prometheus or Romulus again.
Initial sweep is clean. Tell POTUS to stand by.
Someone else would like to thank you personally, John.
Sir, I'm going to have to search you.
What?
Standard procedure, sir.
I assume my fee has been transferred to my private account?
Of course, as per the usual arrangement.
Well, if it's all the same to you, I consider that thanks enough. Gentlemen, good day.
Hey, come back here. You can't just walk away from...
Let him go, son. Just let him go.